Now, welcome back to this new section, and in this section we talk about Google Colab. Now, what is Google Colab? Basically, Google Colab is a code environment or IDE that you can run online. So you don't need to install Python, you don't need to install libraries of machine learnings in your computer. If all you need to do is just log into Google Colab, which is a product of Google. Just log in with your Google accounts and create notebook within Google Colab and just start doing coding. Start doing Python code, start creating ML models, etc. So that's why Google Colab is very popular in the researcher field and among these researchers in deep learning and artificial intelligence. So that's why we are also using Google Colab, because Google Colab is very important in this artificial intelligence field, because we can share our Google Colab notebook with other researchers, and we can also see lots of code of other researchers of in Google Colabs and etc. So there is also collaboration tools in Google Colab. You can also so that's why we're using Google Colab. So let's see what is the advantages of Google Colab. So here it is our advantage. First of all, we can run this Google Colab online. So basically IDE that can run online. Second, can run Python codes online. So yes, Google Colab is basically made for Python, because Python notebook is basically the notebook or type of a more customized code environment as compared to a simple script of Python. In notebook space, we can run the code in the order we want. So for example, we execute first line of code, second line of code, third line of code, and execute line of code in a systematic or a ordered way in a simple script of Python. But in Google Colab or in Python notebooks, we can execute, for example, fifth line of code, and after that we can execute fourth line of code, and there is a lot of customization in this Google Colab notebook. And we also need this customization to test a lot of things, to visualize something, and to shift our code, and to optimize our code in AI space, etc. So that's why we use Google Colab. And third, and Google Colab is very popular in this AI and ML models, or creating this AI and ML models. So this is also popular in researcher field. Fourth, you can purchase GPU cluster online. So as we know that if you're creating a very large model, basically if you're creating a decent size model, you can also able to purchase the GPUs. But GPU is very costly. So if you want to use GPU for basically 1 week to 2 week only, so what you need to do is just purchase an instance or purchase a cluster in this Google Colab notebook. So when you purchase the GPU cluster, a dedicated GPU cluster, so you run the GPU that is provided by Google on their data center on your Google Colab notebook. So there is a directly connection of GPU with your Google Colab notebook, so you can leverage the power of GPU in your Colab notebook. So for example, you need to train a very large model and you need GPU, so you can just pay for the GPUs and start your training. Now GPUs pricing is according to time, according to hours, according to days, and for example $25, $15, etc. So this price is decided according to your usage. So like pay as you go subscription model. So you only need to pay the money and that you use, or basically that the computation you use with the help of the GPUs. Fifth, we can share your code or notebook of Python with others. As we can discuss this earlier, that we can share our Google Colab notebook. So basically it is also a social thing. So to share our Google Colab notebook to GitHub, to basically save our Google Colab notebook to Google Drive. Basically we can do a lot of things with Google Colab notebook. So in this section we dedicatedly talk about Google Colabs from basics to intermediate, because this is sufficient for now. So there's only 1 to 4th lecture on this section only. So in this section we talk about introduction of Google Colab, how to create a basic Python code of Google Colab, how to export a code, how to change the theme and font size of the Google Colabs, and lots of things we talk about in this section. So that's the introduction of this Google Colab section, and in next lecture we talk about introduction and basically create our first notebook in Google Colab. So meet you in the next lecture. Until then, bye bye and enjoy deep learning.